Hi guys, I just saw the first two episodes of WandaVision. Yeah, okay, that's a thing. um, the problem is with it, it's good. I'm gonna say that right now. It's something to watch, but if you haven't seen the old American classic comedies, you might find it a bit cringy. Even I find it a bit cringy. So it's just like, "Ugh." But you've got to watch all of it, and it is really there is a hook. It is it is comical. You're not going to laugh out loud funny, but it's fun. It's interesting. Let's put it that way. It's if you love the old classic American kind of like Bewitched. What else was there? It was Bewitched. What else? I can't remember. Um, but I reckon it's. I don't know how many episodes this is, but if they're going through the current scheme, I think they are. It's going to be interesting, and we'll see how it goes. If you end up being confused at the end of both those episodes, join the bloody club. And also, this series is going to be internet fuel for years. There is going to be. You can see. Oh, this is going to be. You're going to have in your feed if you're in a Marvel Cinematic Universe fan. It's going to be like, oh, this is what happened in the WandaVision episode, and it's just like there are some. There's actually There's not adverts on Disney Plus, but there is an advert. And you've got to be clever with that advert. You've got to think about it and just go, right, what is that advert about? And you just go, oh, right, that the first one, well, I won't spoil it. The second one, you've got to think about it. All I'll say is look at the watch face. It's in the advert. It's not in the. It's in the show, but it's not part of the show. If you see what I mean, just look at the watch face. That's the only clue I'm going to give you. That's the only. It's not even a spoiler, but just look at the watch face. If you look at the watch face and then look at the name of the watch, you'll go ah. Um, it's interesting to say the least. It is very, very interesting. Um, it's funny. Well, funny-ish. The Paul Bettany and Elizabeth. It is Elizabeth Olsen, isn't it? God, I'm going mad. Paul Bettany does a great job reprising Vision. He hasn't missed a beat. Neither has. It is Elizabeth Olsen, isn't it? I am. I am going mad. I must have. But both all the actors in that show do brilliantly. Let me just. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I was thinking, but Elizabeth Olsen does great. The chemistry between those two is actually quite real in the show. It looks real and it feels good. It's not Padme Anakin, which I did have an odd suspicion it could have been, but no, it works. and you're gonna learn more about both of them, which is brilliant. I think it's gonna be a show you're gonna have to watch. It's you watch the series, you watch the season. You're gonna watch the series as it goes along, like I am, and then at the last episode, you're gonna go, right, rewatch to see the arc. Um, yeah. It, would I recommend it? Yeah. Would I say it's essential viewing? If you're if you're if you're not a Marvel fan, I stick to the movies. I'm sorry to say. If you are a Marvel fan, you've already watched it. Let's face it, you've already watched the damn thing. Um, I don't know. It's one of those weird shows that you sort of think, well, it's weird, and there are certain bits that you go, what the flipping hell is going on? And then you think about it, it's just like, oh, okay, that's what's happening there. Okay, but it's well worth a watch. I recommend everyone. Do I recommend everyone sees this? If you're a Marvel fan, you've already seen it, and you shouldn't even be watching my video. You should be just watching it. But for a normal person who watches the Marvel Universe, doesn't I'm not into the comics, but I'm really into the Marvel Universe, kind of like the lore of it, and what is this pertaining to? What is this? Where is this part of the show going? Part of this MCU going, and it's interesting. It is interesting. It's the first, well, the second Marvel show. It's the first under their brand completely, and yeah, it's interesting. We'll see where it goes. We will see where it goes because I don't have a bloody clue where it's going. I know there are some things that you see in the show that you just go, oh, and if you realize what they are, it's like, oh, okay. I Interesting, very, very interesting. Now, this also has one thing that I've got to say. It's going to be hell of a good story once we have it fully. It's not like The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, you've got to see each episode straight after. This binge watch. This is a binge watch show, I'd say. So I think I've talked enough. I'll let you guys. I'm not going to rate it. I do rate the show, but I'm not going to rate it. It's unrateable because it's like, what? It's like being on a drug trip. It is very, very good, but it's very sort of, what the hell is happening? So, thank you guys for watching this review. I will review each episode if there is something interesting in it. The first two episodes were sort of setting up the premise, and there's not much there that I don't want to spoil it. I think spoiling it would be a bad idea because you've got to see it for yourself and you go, oh. If you don't know some of the minutiae of it, it's like it'll go over your head, but you will get it when you watch it back over, I reckon. It's going to be interesting.